The snow cover wasn't really a surprise. They had flown into it as they made their way over the mountains. Bob led the small group of men over the traitorous ridge and down a steep embankment. From this vantage point, they could see the compound, weak lights illuminating small windows some 10 feet off the ground. He pointed to Coop and then to the far side of the compound wall. Coop nodded and made his way the 40 feet across to slink up the wall. Bob checked his watch. It was 0300 hours. They had 40 minutes to get in, grab the girl, and get back to the pickup point. When Coop silently signaled with a quick burst of light that they were good, Bob motioned for the rest of the men to follow him. As they breached the compound wall, Bob detected some movement in one of the windows. Had they been spotted? Bob shook his head. No time for second glances now. They crawled up to the door, and Blake and Roger pressed the plastic explosives into place, dragging the line back to the tree they spotted. In a matter of seconds, the door blew off its hinges and the two men stormed into the building shouting commands in Uzbeki. Frightened women and children crawled back into the shadows as men defended their position. Blake held off a group of men at gunpoint, forcing them to the ground as Roger motioned the rest of the team in. Bob and Mitch looked around the room. It was hard to tell which girl was the one they were looking for, and the men were hurling insults at them and spitting. Glancing at his watch, Bob realized they had 20 minutes left. It was make or break time. That's when he noticed movement to his right. The shadow soldier was standing in the corner of the stark room, his arms frantically motioning to Bob. None of the other guys seemed to notice him. In fact, they were intent on getting their point across to the men they held on the ground. He heard Mitch yelling at one of them to stay down. He vaguely heard the click of a gun. Then he saw the girl. In the room behind the shadow soldier, a young girl was tied to a chair. Her burqa was torn and disheveled. She looked at him with haunting eyes. Without further thought or without motioning for one of his team to cover him, Bob stormed the room. As he reached the girl, he noticed a man standing behind her, laughing as he raised a late-model Soviet gun. Bob reacted and fired, hitting the man squarely in the chest. But not before the man had got off his own round, which hit Bob in the shoulder. The young girl screamed, but with all the shouting going on in the other room, no one heard her. Bob stumbled back, momentarily shocked by the hit, but his adrenaline took over and he went to work trying to free the girl from her chair. "Shh, it's okay. I'm American. We're going to take you away from here."